It's a beautiful day. All right. So, lots happened today. Not today, this week. Lots happened this week. Um, where did I even begin? Let's see. Um, had my biggest sale at my job. Um, an $11,000 sale. Would have been 12,000, but 11,000 is fine with me. It's still one of the best sales is the best sale that I've ever made. So a 75-inch Q9, which is the highest end TV Samsung makes. So that was amazing. What else? Um, became a mod on one of my favorite streamers' channels, Briley Gaming, which I'll put a link for down below when this video goes up, so you guys can check that out. He's a great guy. Does a lot of video game playthroughs, some reaction videos from time to time. Discord community is amazing. Shout out to those guys. And yeah, it's a good place to be. I enjoy it, so that was exciting. Besides that, it's just been hanging out with people, going out to bars and that's mostly just, I was gonna say clubs, but really I haven't been to any clubs. Haven't been to any clubs in a long time, actually. I think the last time I went to a club was back in college, and that was Cell Block in Williamsport, PA. Really cool club. They had like 3 different bar areas, which is really interesting. So basically they had a sky bar, which is on like a catwalk. So if you see like old prison videos, and on those old prison videos, usually they have like a catwalk at the top that the police will be watching on, or watching on. Wow, I can't speak today, although I can't type most days, so I can't do much. Anyway, but so up the top they have a bar up on the catwalk that's at the old office for the police up at top. Oh, by the way, did I mention it's an old prison? The whole club is an old prison. That's why it's called Cell Block. And then they have the main floor area, which is basically got its own bar there. And then they have the back room stage area where they have a bar back there. And what's really cool, and what I love about it, is when you go there, each different bar area has their own specials. It has their own specials going on. So you almost feel like you're bar hopping a little bit. So when we used to go, which we only went a handful of times, so I can't say that I was there like all the time. But when I used to go to it, we'd always check out all the different specials at all the different bar locations, and then we would go in and we would basically pick our favorite one with the best special and just stay at that one the entire night. Those are good days. I should really find another really nice like club or bar, or bar/club. I've been to a lot of microbreweries, and I love microbreweries. Love trying out new beers, flights, getting growlers, collecting growlers. Speaking of which, I need to refill one of my growlers today. I'll probably do that later after I go shopping, which is something I've been putting off for a long time. I am really bad at doing things that I say I'm doing, and I really need to get better at that. Because like I keep telling myself, oh hey, I'm gonna go shopping, which I said to myself for like 5 days now. Still haven't gone shopping. I'm kind of done with that. I set an alarm too. Like, an alarm went off this morning and said, hey, wake up, idiot. You have to go shopping. What am I doing? Not shopping. That's what I'm doing. I'm not shopping. But I will do that. I promise everyone I will do that. So that's going to happen. I'm back in the Riverside woods again, because I kind of like the spot. It's really nice. There's a cool breeze right now. There's a lot of like, I like nature areas, because when I'm out here, even though occasionally you might hear a train go by with that track right over there, or a plane fly over from the airport, but most of the time it's pretty quiet, and that's what I love about that. I love the fact that it's quiet. You get the nice breeze every once in a while. You hear birds. Occasionally I see a squirrel run by. so that's cool. And then you get really nice views that look like this. If I spin around here, you get really nice views of rivers. And I am a big fan of water and water-esque areas. So water parks, rivers, streams, creeks, all these places are things that I really enjoy. Hot tubs, pools. I'm just a really big fan of the water in general. We really love to go scuba diving sometime. Hopefully I could do that in the next couple of months or from here. I think my next big trip I'm gonna take is probably gonna be to some island. I don't know if it's gonna be like the Bahamas or it's gonna be it's gonna probably be somewhere in the Caribbean most likely. But I don't know. I really want to go somewhere tropical, somewhere where I can go scuba diving or just snorkeling. Maybe try paragliding or hang glider. That'd be cool. Hang glider would be cool. Probably be scared shitless, but it'd be cool. Yeah, I'm hoping to do doing those things sometime soon. What else? What else has gone on? Not really too much. Can't really say really that much has happened. I know at the beginning it was like, wow, it's been a very eventful week. But now looking back on it, really the only things that happened was I stepped on a stick again, and there's a bag of Crown Royal hanging from this tree. And where's it? And is it right? Yep, right there. I don't. That's a thing. That's a thing that's happening right now. I don't even want to touch it. I don't know what's in there. With my luck, it's something disgusting. But yeah, so besides becoming a mod and also getting that big sale out at work, really not much going on besides that. Probably gonna hit up Hershey Park tomorrow, most likely, just because I haven't gone in a week and a half and have a season pass, so I gotta use it. Gotta get my money's worth out of that. I also need to get back to doing something more creative, because I used to dabble around. I still, like I said before, I dabble around with music sometimes, with music making software. I also used to I tried to learn coding a while back, then I stopped, then I started trying to learn it again, then I stopped, and I keep doing that. I keep getting really involved in something like that, with music making or coding or any kind of art stuff, and I always keep hitting this point where I'm I either get too busy or I don't know. I get kind of frustrated because I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm working with it. I even tried lessons. I had people explain things to me, and I just get to this point where I'm just I just stop. I have a really bad quitting issue, and I really gotta stop that. I gotta start putting more effort into what I do, and actually finishing things that I start, instead of getting halfway through or almost complete and then not putting in the last ditch effort to get it done. So that's something I need to work on personally. That's something I need to do, and that's something I'm going to try to do. I know this got really deep for a second there. I wasn't planning on it getting deep. It's just something I've noticed about myself, and something that I need to fix, along with quite a few other things that I have to fix in my life. But that's a topic for another day. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Been watching more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on Netflix. Trying to get caught up on that. Trying to get caught up on a lot of TV shows that I haven't seen. So hopefully that will play itself out nicely. I think I finished season 1. I'm on the beginning episodes of season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a pretty good show. I like it so far. For any of you guys out there that have seen it, just let me know what you guys thought of it. Anyone who has not seen it, I would say give it a shot, because it's pretty good. The first few episodes are a little slow, but after that it really picks up. The plot gets really complex, and I love complex plots. One of my favorite things ever was what's called psychological animes. I love animes that deal with basically paradoxes, and I love like time issues and multiple realities, and I love like pausing an episode or finishing an episode of a show and then having to sit back and go, well, how does that connect to this, and how far down this hole do we have to go to get the answer? Like, I know, for example, one of my friends and me, when we were watching an anime called Steins Gate, which, by the way, is really good. If anyone who's seen that show knows that it deals with time paradoxes and multiple realities. It deals with a lot of what is string theory, basically, or multiverse theory. One of those two. I get them always confused. It's either multiverse or string theory, or both. And basically the idea is that an event happens or something occurs, and then they use a machine to pop into another reality, which basically splits timelines. So basically, you can't destroy or create a timeline. So if you go back in time and you stop point A from reaching point B, and then you do something else, then basically what you're doing is you're going from point A to point C, which is basically offshooting the timeline. So, well, there's a reality where the event that you stopped still occurred, and then there's the reality that you're in currently, where you stop the event from happening and the events that played on after that. So it just gives you this whole concept. There's infinite choices and infinite possibilities of all actions. Is really cool. The downside is, unlike video games, animes, and stories, you can't see the other possibilities. So I could have literally, instead of recording this, I could have drove straight to the grocery store, and I could have got my groceries and then came home and recorded. And what would have happened there is I would have had a whole story for you guys about shopping, even though I probably wouldn't say it anyway, because that'd be boring as all hell. But I would have taken up a spot on the road that someone else would have had if I wasn't on the road. I both slowed down traffic at stoplights and stop signs that normally would have been slowed as much. I took up a parking space which caused someone else to park in a different space. I bought a certain fruit or an item that someone else could have had. So all these little things contribute to how me making one small decision affects a whole array of different things. And it's just fascinating to really think about. Like, the fact that you can cause so many small ripples in how life occurs is just amazing in itself. Like, it really is. It's really fascinating. I had a long talk with a friend of mine in their basement a while back, and we discussed this, and we basically came to the conclusion, like, maybe the reason we exist is to, in fact, itself exist. Because our presence, just being alive and being here and taking up space and being something tangible that you can see, touch, and hear, affects everything around you. You walking past somebody on the street causes them to look over and see you, and then that changes what they're thinking about. So they're like, oh, that person has a white hat on, that's cool, I should probably get a white hat. And that influences their entire rest of the day, not to a major degree most likely, but that it still changes their entire thought pattern, where if you hadn't been there and you weren't walking past them, that thought would never occur to them, that idea wouldn't have popped up, and they would have had a completely different train of thought for the next hour or so. And I know that some of you are out there probably listening to me and going, this is just really stupid, none of this really matters, why would I care about any of these small little details? It's just, I know, it's just something fascinating for me, something I enjoy, something I love to think about. So I gave you a little bit of insight on how my brain works, which is a scary thing. You should be very afraid. For any of you that have seen my llama video, good Lord, my brain is a very scary place. Anyway, that should cover pretty much everything that I could think of right now. I know I went off on a long-winded rant on some topics and really didn't talk about anything super important. Not to say that things I didn't talk about were not important, but still, that's big, guys. That is all. I will record another one of these guys again next week. Tuesday most likely again, like I always say, or following Wednesday. So you can look forward to that. Like I said, let me know about what you think of H's of Shields in the comments. Let me know if you think that this whole split timeline theory and the fact that existing causes just you being alive and you being a thing causes the small effects that butterflies all over your reality is really an interesting topic for you, or if it's just dumb. I know some of you are going to say it's dumb anyway, and you know who you are. But yeah, that's about it. So I will see you guys later, and you all have a good one. Bye.